I think if you were going to invest with no money out of pocket, so you were trying to get the deed with as little money as possible, I would love for you to have enough to replace the most expensive repair in that property that insurance is not going to cover, right? Because like if it's a hailstorm, you're not responsible for fixing the windows and the roof and the HVAC that's been dented. So if we have enough to cover literally our worst case scenario,
Mm-hmm.
then I think that gives you some space to take on ownership of this person's property. So for a condo, right, that might just be $3,000 for a mini split, right? Because you're not responsible for the roof and you're not responsible for the grounds. But if you're going to get a quad and that roof is not new, right? The things that I would want you to have some money on.
Or it's like a $20,000 furnace, sometimes like super expensive stuff in some of these older homes with 4
Yes.
units.
That is not new and not under any sort of warranty. So that would be
Mhm.
those caveats too, right? That's that insurance. If it's under warranty, then in theory, you should be able to call up the warranty people and have them fix it.
Look at what your deductible too is on that insurance too, because if you have a $5,000 deductible, you got to be able to cover that. And a lot of people make that mistake and think insurance, they just pay. You pay the first deductible, you pay a little bit first. And so make sure you have that covered. This way of thinking about it though is specifically for a house hack, right? This is for an owner occupied property.
I would say even for an investment property. Like if you were to partner, I would say, hey, Dave, I'm glad they gave you this money up front. Let's make sure we have an empty credit card somewhere just in case you mess something up, just in case a tenant doesn't pay. Do you have some plan to come up with the difference for what your partner, because you gave them this great presentation.
Yeah. You don't want to go back to the well, especially not right away.
On the first property ever, the first
Yeah.
payment.
You want to dip back in the well where you're like, hey, we can throw an ADU on the back of this. This is a great
Yes.
thing we could do, but
Yes.
not because, hey, I underwrote this deal wrong and now I need more money.
Exactly.
That's a good point.